Qapla!
I'm going to take this opportunity, however, to suggest that we all hail Hiroki. That's all I'm saying.
Forgive me, Doctor. I'm receiving a number of distress calls. I don't doubt it.
Y'all remember the 50 waitresses. Have a mighty fine night.
You come in peace, surrender or be destroyed. Here to make war, we surrender. False good. Important news are needed new people.
When the appointed hour arrives, the Marauders will deactivate their cloaking devices and begin transporting Klingon shock troops directly to the landing zone.
Landing zone? Where? Tell me.
Why not? Your feeble weapons will be useless against us. We will kill all your males and take your females to mate with.
All right. Now the Federation's taking over, whether you like it or not. You people, you've been running this planet like a seaport factory. From now on, it's going to be under one roof. You're going to run it like a business. That means you're going to make a profit.
Look, these 3 words written larger than the rest, with a special pride never written before, or since. Tall words, proudly saying, "We the people."
Hi, I'm Nicole DeBoer. I played Lieutenant Esri Dax on DS9, and I welcome you to Birdo Prey 5 channel. Hail Karoga.
Hello world, it's Birdo Prey 5, Qapla, and welcome to Bed Life for Friday, hashtag TBIF, for Friday, November 18th, 2022, aka Mickey Mouse Day, which is also Mickey Mouse's birthday. Surprise, surprise. I had no idea my birthday was within the same week as Mickey Mouse. Bigger surprise, today is also Minnie Mouse's birthday, which I find extremely disturbing. Okay, it's one thing that Mickey and Minnie look a lot alike, okay? And you could say, well, listen, you're a human being and, you know, you're just a typical racist, cis white man, and all mice look alike. And, you know, I just can't tell the little differences. But no, to me, like Mickey and Minnie Mouse look about as much as like as Mr. and Miss Pac-Man, except for the bow in the hair. Is there really any difference? You know, isn't Minnie just Mickey wearing a dress? I always used to think so, but now to find out that they were born on the same day, not only do I think they might be brother and sister, I think they might be twins. Not obviously not identical twins, but fraternal twins. I mean, mice are known to have litters, not just one baby, but 6, 7, 8, 10. And I don't know. I'm considering writing Disney and wanting to get some type of official answer on this. But on the other hand, I also feel like I'm not going to want to, I don't want to hear the answer. I don't want to hear the answer. It would make sense, though, that generations of people raised by insidious Mickey and Minnie relationship have caused us now to have a central hub where people find their pornography, and the biggest categories there seem to be family therapy, brother sister, father daughter, nasty stuff. But maybe we've all just learned this from Mickey and Minnie Mouse for the last 50 years, and this is what they turned our nation into. And we all thought Walt Disney, aside from his little bit of anti-Semitism, thought he was such a nice guy. But maybe he was maybe he was a nice guy, but he also was a little too nice of a father. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying I'm worried. I suspect. But happy birthday to Mickey and Minnie Mouse. At least, okay, this is why I always was a Warner Brothers guy rather than a Disney guy, because at least on Tiny Toon Adventures, there's Babs and Buster Bunny, no relation. They said it. They were very clear. Babs and Buster Bunny, no relation. Okay. They put it in. Mickey and Minnie, never heard a denial. I tried to interview Goofy. He didn't want to say a word. He tried to pretend he was Pluto and didn't speak. I said, no, I know you're Goofy. You can speak. You just sound like an idiot when you talk. And he tried to pretend he was the dog. He's like, nope, I'm Pluto. I'm not even a planet anymore. I'm like, fuck you, Goofy. Speak up. Speak into the microphone. Let me know what you know. You got to be honest. And he ran away. He ran away like he was a fucking, like he was a mouse running from a cat. Richie Poole says, Qapla, Richie Poole. 54.5 Axis Radio says, happy birthday, you dirty rat. Not Ryan Johnson says, hello in Qapla. Hail Karoga. And Richie Poole, that's then the sis O'Pray, mom O'Pray, nephew O'Pray, and sassy emojis. Thank you, Richie. John Araki puts in BIRDOPPREY5. Bird O'Pray. It's the Bird O'Pray 5 Club. MICKEYMOUS. Mom O'Pray. Mom O'Pray likes the Mickey Mouse Club. John Araki says, shame we didn't get a stream on the day Bird's idol, Nancy Pelosi, announced her not seeking party leadership. Yes, a very sad day. Nancy Pelosi. Oh, did I say sad? I meant wonderful day. Nancy Pelosi is out. She's out. She's done. Pull her out of the oven. Her goose is cooked. Anyway, whatever. Richie Poole wants instead DEARBOP, Dear Bop. And Richie Poole says, wouldn't it be great if AOC became minority leader? Oh my God. That would be a tough one. That would be a tough one, Richie. Would be a tough one. Third in line for the presidency. Is she even old enough is AOC 35 years old? I'm not sure. I don't know what happens. I started going down a rabbit hole thinking about what if she wasn't old enough to become president? What happens then? I guess they just skip over Speaker of the House and go right to the cabinet positions. John DeMarco says, greetings, everyone. Greetings, John. Mr. Londell's Groovy Movies, Qapla. Mike Richards says, greetings from Columbus, Ohio. Greetings, Mike Richards. What kind of Mickey Mouse stream is this anyway? Asked Mike Richards. Oh, it's a dark one. It's a dark one. And does Kroger have a costumed mascot? Mike Richards asked. Funny you should ask. Um, there's no costumed mascot. We have, of course, um, um, what's his name? Carson, the Krogan. He's a T-Rex. He's a T-Rex, but he's not a costume. He's an actual T-Rex brought back to life using Jurassic Park science. But he's small. So he's not, he's about 1/4 the size of a full-size T-Rex. So, he's not that dangerous. And he's not like a velociraptor. He's pretty dumb. T-Rexes aren't the smartest uh, dinosaur from the Jurassic era. But it's something. Mike Richards is Timmy the glowing orphan. No, the orphans don't need costumes. Jedi Bill says Qapla, brother warrior, Berto Prey, hail Karoga, hail. Congratulations, everybody. Congratulate Jedi Bill, 2,000 subscribers as of today. 2,000 subscribers. Congratulations, Bill. You're going to pass me up, man. My numbers have been going down. Yours have been going up. And I suspect you will be passing me sometime between Christmas and Easter, and possibly before. Possibly before, for all we know. Yeah. Congratulations to Jedi Bill. Richie Poole says the dodo bird. I heard recently, I believe it was on Moira's stream last night. Moira? I think it was Moira's stream. That supposedly the dodo bird tasted delicious, and that there was a move to bring the dodo bird back just so people could eat it again. I had never heard that the dodo bird was delicious, but it would stand to reason maybe it was. Maybe it was. Maybe that's why it was hunted to extinction. I always thought it was just a stupid bird that would basically kill itself. 47 Yorktown says, hello, young sir, and puts the mouse ears. Thank you, 47. Moxley fan says, Qapla bird. Hope you and the family are doing well today. Thank you, Moxley. Yvette says, good evening, bird, and everyone. Good evening, Yvette. I'm doing decent. I'm doing decent. Mama Pray still getting over some type of cold, but she's doing decent. Sis O'Prey and nephew O'Prey, they're still kind of sick too, but getting ready. They've got to, not that they have to, but Sis O'Prey is planning on going out to California for Thanksgiving to be with some of her friends, and Sis and nephew O'Prey are scheduled to come by tomorrow sometime. But this morning I heard that Sis O'Prey's heat was out at her house. So if her heat is still out, maybe they'll come tonight. I don't know. We'll see. Good evening, Yvette. Forza Jersey says Friday doesn't arrive till Bird starts a live stream. Qapla, happy Friday. Hey, Birdo Pray 5. Hello, everybody. Hail, Karoga. Thank you, Forza. Hail to you. And Moxley fan is singing it. MICKEY-MOUSE. Mickey Mouse. Donald Duck. Mickey Mouse. Donald Duck. Okay, let's face it. I'm more of a Donald Duck guy than a Mickey Mouse guy, but I'm more of a Warner Brothers guy than a Disney guy. So honestly, Mickey is not in my top 5 of cartoon characters. Richie Poole says Kuroga's costume mascot is Deej in the pink bunny suit. Don't tell him. Don't tell him. Moxley fan says we, the people, absolutely. Forza says happy birthday to Mickey. And happy birthday, Berto Pray 5. Thank you, Forza. Thank you. John DeMargo says, I'm being micist by saying all mice look the same. I'm just being honest, John. I'm being honest. I'm saying what no one else has the balls to say. All mice look alike. You got your white mice, which are like the top of the mice, not because they're white, but because, they don't look disgusting as much. White mice are generally the ones fed to snakes. You sell white mice as food, okay, because they're the least revolting of all the mice. And then you've got your dark gray mice that basically look like little rats, right? Nobody wants a gray mouse or a dark gray mouse. Or and you got your black mice like Mickey, who only are famous for their ears. And, they're kind of look a lot like their sister / wife. I don't know. It's the dynamics of mice relationships are beyond me. Forza Jersey says humans are superior to mice. Change my mind. You know what? I want to subscribe to your newsletter, Forza. Trans Mickey. No, Richie. No. Ms. Lundell says Mickey and Minnie both born on the same day. Sick and twisted relationship. Absolutely. Mr. Lundell knows. Mr. Lundell sees what's going on here. Dave G sounds as Qapla bird and Kuroga Qapla. Dave G. Miss Lundell says, but then again, they could have a different parents and still be born on the same day. What are the chances, Mr. Lundell? What are the chances they have different parents? They look alike, they look alike. They're born on the same day. If it looks like a duck and talks like a duck and quacks like a duck, it's a duck. Daffy, very possibly. Mike Richards says, cue the Disney Goon Squad. John DeMargo says, this went darker than I expected. Forza Jersey says, nice Enterprise D background. Thank you, Forza. Mike Richards says, demonetization in 3, 2, 1. Yo Bird calling out Disney on their degeneracy. Ding dong, the witch is dead. Pelosi is gone. Now Bird is being Rexist. Yvette says, congratulations to Bill. Pop Culture Curator says, Qapla, hope you're doing well. Thank you, Pop Culture. Hope you are doing well. Arabic Sonder says, Qapla, live long and prosper. Qapla, Arabic. Jedi Bill says, thanks. You are welcome, Jedi Bill. Richie Poole says, you are fooling yourself, Bird. Carson, the Kurogan mascot, is really just Deej in his T-Rex suit. Don't. Okay, we're supposed to keep that on the Ixnay, right? Ixnay on the Deej-nay. I really never learned how to speak Pig Latin, but I try. Pop Culture Curator says, yeah, great news. Pelosi won't run for another century. Pop Culture Curator says, the Paul Pelosi stunt ended her career. I don't know about that. I think she just doesn't want to be minority leader after being majority leader for a while. I think she also knew that her age pretty much ended her career. Ms. Lundell says, Warner Brothers gave us Bugs Bunny and Elmer Fudd with some serious shotgun play. Loved it when duck season came around. Didn't we all? Didn't we all? Ms. Lundell says, sister wife. Now you're saying Mickey and Minnie are Mormon. No. No, not sister wife, sister and wife. Much, much, much more darker than a sister wife. Captain, Fandom Nerd says hello, Qapla Captain. Hope you are well. Ixnay on the Eid Day. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Lundell. That's the proper translation. So for those who missed it this morning on Captain MKG's Risk stream, I came in second place. There were 4 of us playing: Captain MKG, NB Geek, LDG, and myself. First, nobody accepted my alliance request, and then when I brought it up, then Captain MKG was the first person to accept. So I didn't attack him, unfortunately, until it was too late, and he had already basically built up quite the armies. And then LDG was a bit upset that I attacked him before Captain MKG. So LDG, in his last move, decided that he would do his best to wipe me out, basically securing the game for Captain MKG and whatever. But I came in second. I was happy enough. Josh reads his bird. So you're saying Mickey and Minnie are a branch of a family of the house Targaryen? Yeah, I would say they're pretty close to being Targaryen, to the point that, if Mickey Mouse saw, I don't know, what's another Disney family? Like, I guess Piglet, right? Right? Yeah. Winnie the Pooh is owned by Disney. So if Mickey Mouse saw a piglet looking in the window while him and Minnie were getting it on, Mickey would go to the window and push Piglet out of the window of Cinderella's castle, and Piglet would fall and break his spine, and then Winnie the Pooh would have to carry Piglet around for the next 20 years. That's exactly what I'm saying. You unpacked it brilliantly. Richie Poole says Nancy isn't going anywhere. She is still there representing the people of San Francisco, the people of California, and defending the Constitution against evil right-wingers. That's hilarious. That is hilarious. She might be still there for the people of San Francisco, but they're going to realize really shortly that she isn't there mentally, obviously. She might have been even effective for a while, but it's pretty clear now she is no longer an effective politician. Anyway, and I don't know. It sounds like the garden of Mama Frey. Did we hear any news from Sisso Frey, or?
It's still the doctor's one.
Okay, they're still at the doctor's office. Oh. Let's so November holidays for today, the 18th. Mickey Mouse Day. Mad about the mouse. We are too. Mickey reminds us of the magic of childhood. Apparently not the magic that I remember. Mickey Mouse's birthday. It's also National Princess Day. A dream is a wish your heart makes. It's time to make that wish come true. So for everybody who ever wished they were a princess, today's your day. Turn off the leaf blowers, says Richie. Absolutely. Not our gardener, unfortunately. It's apple cider day. Ward off a cold by drinking a delicious glass of apple cider. Uh, I've never had a delicious glass of apple cider. I've had nasty glasses of apple cider. I much prefer apple juice. It's the Battle of Vertiers Day. Check out 3 easy ways to celebrate Haiti and the Battle of Vertiers Day. You know, my heart goes to the Haitian people, but I'm not. I think there's probably better things they could be celebrating. It's BBC Children in Need Appeal Day, I guess. Learn more about a day that supports children in need right here at National Today. That looks like a one-eyed Winnie the Pooh. Something is wrong with this bear. This is a very weird eye patch. You don't get a lot of polka dot eye patches, particularly on bears. It's housing day. Let us work together to help ease the plight of the homeless. So go build a house. Build a house today. It's the International Stand Up to Bullying Day. No bullying. International Stand Up to Bullying Day is part of Anti-Bullying Week. So does Anti-Bullying Week start today or end today? If it starts today, not the best week to have it because it's Thanksgiving next week, and like half the week nobody's in school anyway. It's Latvia Independence Day. Happy Independence Day, Latvia. This incredible Baltic country and its resilience. Okay, this is the most interesting one for me. Married to a Scorpio Support Day, because I am technically a Scorpio, for what that matters. If your partner is a Scorpio, today is your day for support, advice, and sharing stories. Because Scorpios are supposed to be such crazy people that people who marry us have to have support groups. Minnie Mouse's birthday. You see, I wasn't lying. Minnie Mouse's birthday. Whether or not you're a diehard Disney fan, we all love Minnie Mouse. False. False, I say. I don't think anybody truly loves Minnie Mouse. Mickey, #1 included. As of November 18th, 2018, Minnie Mouse's birthday hit the 90-year mark, but she's just as important and young as ever. Walt Disney and iWorks created Minerva Mouse in the style of a flapper girl, best known as Mickey's girlfriend, but she's also friends with Daisy Duck and Clarabelle Cow. Her November 18th birthday marks the day in 1928 when she made an appearance in the film Steamboat Willie. Whether or not you're a diehard Disney fan, take some time to learn a little more about the world's favorite cartoon characters. History of Minnie Mouse's birthday. Minnie was first brought to life in 1928, a brainchild of Ub Works and Walt Disney. Her first appearance was in Steamboat Willie, a famously early film from Walt Disney, which was also the debut of her counterpart, Mickey Mouse. So that's why they got the same birthday. She's developed as a flapper girl, a popular style at the time, and a symbol of freedom and modernity. Modernity? but for comic effect, her heels were too big, creating many moments of slapstick while she was falling out or over her own feet. As Minnie and Mickey's relationship blossomed, she began playing more damsels in distress roles. Oftentimes, Mickey had to rescue her, and his rate of success helped to play into a large portion of the comedy. Additionally, she started in the late 1920s as a flapper, a much more progressive and forward fashion and time. Throughout the mid-century, her appearance became more conservative as the culture did as well. In the 1940s and 50s, Minnie looked much less like the rambunctious flapper of the Roaring Twenties and more like the dutiful housewife of the mid-century. Minnie Mouse's birthday timeline. 1928 made her first appearance in the 6-minute silent short, Plain Crazy. The world got its first glimpse of Minnie Mouse. What? So they're saying May 15th, 1928, she made her first appearance in Plain Crazy, not Steamboat Willie. They just said in this article that okay, so then we go from May 15th, 1928 to just 1933, the entire year. Married to the mouse. While she has never been explicitly stated on screen or off, Walt Disney admitted privately that Minnie and Mickey were in fact married. So it's never been put on screen that they're actually married. 1988, Minnie took the lead. NBC's TV special called Totally Minnie marks her first time as the lead character in a film. And January 22nd, 2018, Minnie officially becomes a star. Minnie Mouse received her own star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. That is a very short timeline. And it doesn't bring up Steamboat Willie. I have no why is this her birthday? God damn it. Does Minnie Mouse have a birthday? Yes, it's November 18th, the date she first appeared on screen. And yet it says May 15th. Minnie makes her first appearance. What the fuck is up with this? Can't you get your goddamn days right? On the same fucking page? Ah! It's so upsetting. Damn it. Fuck you, Disney. So fucking annoyed. Minnie Mouse's fucking birthday. God damn it. What does Mickey Mouse's birthday have to say? Mickey Mouse's timeline. 1928. Mickey Mouse's big screen debut came in the feature film Steamboat Willie. It doesn't have a day. It doesn't have a day. It must be fun to celebrate your age. Mickey Mouse first appeared in the short film Steamboat Willie on November 18th, 1928. Okay. So is that when Steamboat Willie actually came out? Or is that just the fucking day they decided to make it? I don't know. Visit a Disney resort. Mickey's has a middle name. Mickey's full name. Do you know that, Mom? Right? Mickey's full name. Oh shit. He's got a first name too. And it's not Mickey. Oh, I guess it's Michael. I guess Mickey is short for Michael. I never put two and two together. I never put it together that Mickey was short for Michael. So Mickey Mouse's full name is Michael, not Michael J. Crawford, Mama, right? No. Though I believe Michael J. Crawford is older than Mickey Mouse. Is Michael Theodore Mouse. Theodore. A friend to presidents. Most U.S. presidents have posed alongside Mickey, with the notable exception of Lyndon Johnson. So Donald Trump posed with Mickey, Bill Clinton, President Obama. Has Joe Biden posed with Mickey Mouse yet? I have not seen any of these. Hot dogs. Those were the first words Mickey Mouse said. In fact, he was the first cartoon character to speak. I find that highly dubious, especially considering how shitty all their other facts seem to be. That's Pugsy Bear, says Yvette. I don't, maybe. Pugsy Bear? Oh, well, it's BBC. Maybe Yvette knows. BBC Children in Need happens every year on third Friday of November. This year will fall November 18th. BBC Children in Need is BBC's charity. Its mission to ensure every child in the UK is happy, safe, secure, and has the opportunities they need to reach their potential. The charity raises money and funds from the appeal to go to charities and projects that help remove barriers preventing children and young people from thriving. BBC Children in Need supports children and young people affected by several disadvantages, such as poverty, distress, disability, illness, trauma, or Star Trek Discovery. A true hero. A true hero. Thank you, Pugsy Bear. Ms. Lundell says, wasn't that the battle that kicked the French out of Haiti? Yes, yes, it was. Gorilla says, Qapla bird. P.S. Due to your Mickey Minnie incest tangent and your Mises tangent, I was laughing so hard. I now have to go in for a drug test on Friday night. Thanks a lot. Gorilla, I am sorry that you've been randomly selected for a drug test. And hello to everyone else, says Gorilla. Miss Lundell says, so Mickey and Minnie aren't blood relatives. Disaster averted. Does she have a maiden name? Asked Stan Lee. Yes, her maiden name was also Mouse, surprisingly enough. It's okay, though. Even in my family, we've had very similar maiden names to married ones. Huh?
Well, don't say it, man.
Well, on Mama's side of the family. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's like one letter difference. Richie Poole says they could be twins being born on the same day. That's what I was thinking. John DeVago says, so it turns out Mickey likes older mice. Stan Lee says Richie Poole always assumed they were a couple. Stan Lee says, did Minnie take the mouse name or was she already a mouse? They were already mouse. Stanley says, Bird of Prey, didn't Mickey do some? I don't think he did those. I think those were just animators who used too much ink. Mike Richards is hashtag mouse rant. Miss Lundell says hashtag mouse conspiracy. Gorilla says, yes, we got a bird. Yay. Richie Poole says Michael Burnham Mouse. That's not what it stands for. Glory to you and your house, says Captain MKG. Glory to you and your mouse, says Gowron Mouse. You've never watched Steamboat Willie until you've watched it in the original Klingon. That would, what's little Mickey Mouse carrying a bat'leth, quoting Shakespeare. I can see you, Bugs. Can you see me? Anyway. So apparently Wordle has been pissing people off, specifically English speakers outside the United States, because they don't understand some words are words. Like recently in May, apparently, the Wordle word was Homer, Homer, because it's in American English, it's like a home run in baseball. But outside of America, most people only know it as a name. And so they wouldn't have thought it was the word, and they used all their guesses and they got it wrong. And then they would go flood the different websites of various dictionaries, and then they found out that it was a word, and then they got mad. That's the Wordle effect. So, yeah. Speaking of Wordle, I have not done it for today, so I'm going to go ahead and do it now. Anybody didn't do it yet and don't want to know what it is, come back in a couple minutes. Let's start out with arise. And not a single letter. A-I-E-R-S. Jesus Christ. Okay, so cloud, right? And it doesn't, no duplicate letters. C-L-O-U-D. What do we got? We got an L in the right spot. A-I-E-O. There's no vowels? A-E-I-O-U. There's no vowels. Son of a bitch. Which means it's got to be Y. All we've got is an L. Fly, arise, and cloud. The only, of all those words, the only letter we got is an L in the right spot. Fly, right? A-E-I-O-U, sometimes Y.
You doing today's work?
This is supposed to be. Oh, did I not refresh it? Should be today's word. Yes, it's today's word. Fly. No, because I used E. I mean, there's no E, there's no R. So, okay, F-L-Y. I don't understand. Okay, I think the R-H-Y rhythm, no. Clyde. I mean, okay. Okay. YTH. So VLYTH. Okay, there's got to be a word that starts uh Y, fly, 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 fliff, fliff, PLYTH. No, flight, fliff, flight, FLYTH, cliff, GLYTH. Is it TH? PH? Maybe? Clythe, Flythe, Clythe, Zythe, Blythe, Mythe, Zythe, Light. Okay. PH. Lip, lip, lip. There it is. There it is. You know the only reason I know that word? Echo the Dolphin, or Echo the Dolphin, from Sega Genesis. Echo the Dolphin saved Wordle. Jesus fucking Christ. How the fuck? No vowels. Glimpse. You know, Echo the Dolphin. The dolphin would shoo, shoo, and it would shoot out sound waves, and these crystals would talk back to the dolphin. Listen, in my head canon, okay, in my head canon, Echo the Dolphin was talking to the same aliens as from Star Trek 6. As 4, Star Trek 4, The Voyage Home. The whale probe. The whale probe. Ego the Dolphin is the missing link between Star Trek 4 and reality. Glimpse. Klingon mummification glimpse. Oh, I also know it from Star Trek 4, The Voyage Home. And Spock is at the computer. The computer says, what is the, enter, what is cultural significance of this? And Spock is like, Klingon mummification glimpse. Which, by the way, we know that Klingons don't mummify, but maybe in the ancient days they did, but they don't anymore. Klingon mummification glimpse. Okay, good. The brain still works. The brain still works. John DeMarco says, cry havoc and let's slip the mice of war. Absolutely. We're still on the Mickey is a Klingon. Today's word was tricky, says John. Oh, it was indeed. Richie Poole puts in the Y. Captain MKG says, you're going to hate Wordle for today. Didn't hate it. Didn't hate it. A little annoyed. Stanley says, that is a word. Flyer, I thought so, but no. John DeMarco says, you might need your universal translator to figure it out. Got it. It's gonna piss you off too, says Miss Alondell. Surprisingly, not a disaster. Carlo Albanese is in the house. Qapla Carlo says, cheater. I didn't cheat. No cheating, not today. John DeMarco says, dolphins for the win. Miss Alondell says, in this case, the Y is a vowel, yes. No, sometimes Y. A-E-I-O-U and sometimes Y. Richie Poole says there's always the Klingon mummification glimpse. Exactly. Maybe Klingons mummify their enemies. Now that, Richie Poole, is a possibility. That is a possibility. I think in the picture, we certainly didn't get a definitive answer. Anyway. I hope I didn't I hope I didn't ruin this for LDG. I don't know. I don't know if he's doing it or not. So apparently, people are saying that Twitter is broken, but I've been using it. It's working fine for me. I gotta say, I have kind of really been enjoying it since Elon Musk bought it. Now I'm no longer in fear from my political beliefs. The worst of what could be a historic snowstorm is expected to hit western New York today. If you live anywhere near a Great Lake in New York, you're going to get 3, 4, 5 feet. Feet, not inches. Feet. That for those of you on the other side of on the outside of the United States, that's like 1.5 meters, maybe 2 meters of snow. Man who stole plane and threatened to crash into a Walmart dies in federal custody. Huh. I bet the cameras weren't rolling for that either. Anyway, not a whole lot of news that's not political in nature. So it's unfortunate. Well, let's head over to the Dear Bops, see what we got. See what do we have for Dear Bops. Got a fair number of them. Carlos says, hi, hope everyone is as well as can be. Thank you, Carlo. I hope you are too. Captain Fandom Nerd says, hail on Karoga. Thank you, Captain, I guess. Ms. Lundell says, Boebert wins her congressional seat. I honestly don't know who that is. But I assume that's one more Republican seat. Carl Albanese says, damn it, Jim, with the umbrella. Twitter is fun once again, says Miss Lundell. It is. It is. Carlos says, so many feet, so many shoes. And Richie Poole, yes, we're here at the Dear Bops. Dear Bop, glory to you and your house. Thank you, Gowron. I guess you're still alive. Okay. Dear Bop, the changeling impersonating Martok once took a blood test, cutting himself with the knife, allowing the blood to drip out of his hand in DS9, The Way of the Warrior. Was that the Martok changeling? But even if it was, Captain Sisko's father was point on. He said, if I really was a changeling, the first thing I do would be kill some poor slob, suck all his blood out, and put it out on demand. So, there's not a test invented that somebody can't get around. A smart changeling could get around it. So it's really not a surprise that the blood tests were worthless to begin with. Richie Poole says she's a crazy woman from Colorado. She's not crazy. She just likes guns, says Miss Lundell. Executive producer Saul Leibowitz says Lauren Boebert is a Republican member of Congress. She is pretty attractive for someone with 4 children. Nice. Nice. Oh, speaking of speaking of, well, we'll get back to it, but there's one more. Yeah, okay. You know what? We'll go back to we'll go back to National Day. There's another important day. It is today. It's besides Occult Day, it's World Vasectomy Day. Learn about the vasectomy, the single most effective form of contraception available to men. I've got to disagree. The single most effective form of contraception available to man. And I forgot to save it. God damn it. I'm pretty sure everybody has seen it. The tweet's unavailable. Son of a bitch. Did they erase it? Well, it's here now. Okay. Putting on the desktop audio.
But Dad, please know that while I am grateful and highly aware of all that you've given this family, I still don't miss you. When you died, I felt like there was a hole.
This is the biggest
The idea of what you could become. I miss being able to hope and wish that one day you turn a corner and see the world from my perspective. I miss the idea that one day you might help me.
This is her father's funeral.
Because when you died, it solidified the fact that you'll never be what you could have been, but only what you are. And what you are is a racist, misogynistic, xenophobic, Trump-loving, cis-straight white man. That is all you will ever be.
What you are and what you'll ever be to me is a racist, xenophobic, Trump-loving, cisgendered white man. And that's all you'll ever be to her. That, my friends, is the most effective form of contraception known to man. And might I say, probably if you've got Republican friends who are really against abortion, you show them this. You show them this, and they might change their minds just a little bit. You're like, yeah, abortion. I'm just saying, even I was like, maybe I need to rethink. Maybe I need to rethink it. It's a possibility. It's a possibility. Or you could just have the vasectomy. But I'm not a fan, particularly. Occult Day. Well, that's an interesting day. Said it would be the 18th of November of all days, but I think there's some justice, some logic to it being Mickey Mouse's birthday and Occult Day. But whatever. Anyway, back to the Dear Bops. Where are we? Snip, snip, says Carlo. Pro Second Amendment does not mean crazy. I agree. Richie Poole says people like her are getting lots of innocent. No, they're not. No, they're not. Executive producer Salt Leibowitz says, by the way, Bird of Prey, Qapla, the Kurdistani form of contraception, is leaving the lights on. That's absolutely true. That is absolutely true. Okay. Gary Katzer says, I don't need to clean my contacts. I wear glasses. And there's a picture. There's a picture of him wearing glasses. Thank you, Rock Solid. Yeah, you don't look bad with those glasses. Those glasses fit your head well. Dear Bob, have you seen this guy who looks like Peter Griffin? If it's the real Peter Griffin, yes. The real life Peter Griffin. Yes, I've seen him. Has Seth MacFarlane contacted him?
To answer your first question, I was young. I was 23 when I first started doing this. I'm gonna be 34 mid-October.
He's been doing this since he was 23.
Many years ago. I think this was 2015.
Okay, well, he didn't answer the question quickly enough. But yes, I've seen it. Dear Bob, would another COVID lockdown be a good thing? New York Post, why I'm hoping for another COVID lockdown. No, I don't particularly think it would be another good thing. Before I get trolled, let me just start off by saying that no, COVID means I do not wish another lockdown or a deadly COVID wave upon anyone. Okay, then why would you say that you wished? Why I'm hoping for another COVID lockdown? Let me just start off by saying that by no means do I wish another lockdown. Well, you just fucking said the opposite. I can understand you say you don't want anybody to die, but your title is Why I'm Hoping for Another COVID Lockdown, and your first line says, before I get trolled, let me start off by saying no, saying by no means do I wish for another lockdown. So I'm going to stop reading at this point. I'm not going to waste my time. Okay? And I wish other people would do the same. If they're not going to be honest, that's a clickbait title. Don't give them the bait. Don't give in to the bait. Dear Bob, is it unreasonable to request, if you're going to be a panelist on a stream, please do not be either drunk or high. You may think you're making brilliant points, but in the end of your slurring speech and idiotic commentary drags the entire stream down. Also, many times, those who are drunk or stoned are extremely disrespectful to other guests on the panel. Thank you. I do not believe this to be an unreasonable request. I know there was some real life stuff going on my stream this weekend. And, well, and other streams, but my stream as well. But yeah, no, it is not unreasonable to request that panelists not be drunk, high, or otherwise incapacitated. So I will do better. Dear Bob, do soybeans make the orphans fart? 54.5 access rate. Okay, well, I highly doubt 54.5 access specifically asked this. I'm going to be honest. You know, we do not monitor the output, if you should say, of the orphans. So it's reasonable to think soybeans might make them pass more gas, as they, vegetables tend to do for most people. It's not something we've extensively studied. Let's put it that way. And I know the next question would be, well, shouldn't we put some type of apparatus onto the orphans to recapture the natural gas and use it, for Karogan energy independence. And the truth is, Karoga is already energy independent. We have plenty of energy in Karoga, proven reserves. We're not at the point where we have to be tapping our orphans to recapture the natural gas. However, if our reserves ever drop below a certain threshold, it is something we could do. We could have our first 100% orphan powered uranium mine. That would be something. Dear Bop, the problem with Disney is that they're a Mickey Mouse operation. Har, 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 har. Dear Bop, if Sisso Prey's heat is out, does that mean she's frigid? I guess pink bunnies don't heat her up like they used to. Sisso Prey's heat has been having issues all season. Sometimes it's the actual system itself, and some of it might be because Nephew O'Prey literally pulled the thermostat off the wall multiple times. It's a Nest thermostat, and he really liked to see it spin. Dear Bop, hot dog, oh no, hot dog, hot dog, hot dog, hot diggity dog. Now we got ears, it's time for cheers. Hot dog, the problem solved. Hot dog, hot diggity dog. Grab my boots and a sandwich. Let's start a parade. Get the coconut drum kit for Daisy to play. Hot dog, hot diggity dog. We're taking off. Now we're dancing. Okay, I don't even know what this is. I thought this might be like the Oscar Myers song or something, but it's not. We're splitting the scene. We're full of beans. So long for now from the Mickey Mouse and the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. That was the Mickey Mouse song? I don't think so. Yeah, Mama Prey sang it. It's got to have MICKEYMOUSE. And 54.5 Access Radio says, yes, he did indeed do the Dear Bop. Indeed, says Bird of Prey, 54.5 did in fact ask this. He asked it on my stream, and I told him to Dear Bop it. Gotcha. Mike Richards is the occult connection. Mickey Mouse was the sorcerer's apprentice in Fantasia. That's true. That is true. My God, I'll be honest. The first time I saw Fantasia, I was waiting for it to start. I was like, well, when does the Mickey Mouse cartoon start? I didn't realize the entire fucking movie was just classical music. Okay, so I was in college, and they had to pick a theme for our Rube Goldberg machine, and the people who were the decision makers at the time, and I generally didn't see eye to eye, and they said, well, Fantasia. And I'm like, Fantasia? What the fuck is Fantasia? Like, it's Mickey Mouse. It's a Mickey Mouse cartoon. So I was like, okay, I can deal with that. So they're like, okay, so we're all gonna come to the college rented us a whatever. they rented us a place to work on the machine. It was a trailer, a work trailer. Anyway, the point is, we all went there one night to watch Fantasia because this was the theme we were doing. So I thought we were going to go watch a Mickey Mouse cartoon. So it starts, and there's Mickey as a fucking whatever he is, a witch or a sorcerer. And, the music is playing, and I'm like, 2 minutes in, 3 minutes in, 5 minutes in. After 15 minutes, like, when the fuck does the cartoon start? Like, what are you talking about? This is Fantasia. I was like, you said it was a Mickey Mouse cartoon. Like, this is the cartoon. I was, son of a bitch. I thought Fantasia might have been there was like one good Mickey Mouse cartoon I ever remember watching. And it was Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck. And they had a fucking RV, a recreational vehicle. And I don't know, they were going down the highway. And it was the RV where, it's hitched to a truck. So you can't actually talk to the driver, but you're not allowed to be in those things in the real world while they're in motion. But in a cartoon, I guess it didn't matter. And I don't know. I just remember it being hilarious, and I could never fucking find the cartoon again. And I just had a feeling that was Fantasia for some reason. Of course it wasn't. Of course it wasn't. Instead, Fantasia is just fucking 45 minutes or whatever of classical music. And there's no camera, Mama Frey. Okay. Oh, Mama Frey has Fantasia Mickey. Oh. Oh, by the way, Jedi Bill, the Coca-Cola shirt was because I saw you wearing it this morning on Moira's stream. Yeah, okay. So this is Fantasia, Mickey Mouse. He's like, he was Harry Potter before Harry Potter. He would use his wizard stick and, make fucking tornadoes and shit to, I don't know, Bach or Beethoven or whatever, some classical music.
Do you want to keep it?
No, it's okay. Thank you, Mom.
Charlie can have it back.
Charlie can have it back. Yeah. Yeah, fucking Fantasia. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Fantasia for those who are. Anyway. Deej says they couldn't see eye to eye. They were all shorter. Well, they were. They were. Richie Poole says, Deej, you need to be the next Enterprise Wednesday so you can sing the entire theme song. If Deej is there, he will be able to. So Bird's not a fan of Fantasia for same, says Mr. Londell. I figured you'd say that. Mr. Lundell says Fantasia is a Mickey Mouse cartoon. I thought it was going to be a real cartoon, with voice and audio. There was another cartoon where there was they were talking about cars, and one of the cars had a transparent floor, and they literally said the floor is clear so you can see your victims. And you would try, it was like, I don't know if it was not Daffy, Donald or Mickey or somebody, maybe just some random cartoon character, but they drove over people, and like you see the people getting squished beneath the car, like a cartoon gets squished, and you would just see it under your car. I always thought that was hilarious. So yeah, Kurogan Tech, we're gonna have clear floor cars so you can see your victims. Richie Poole says, that's what I mean, Deej. I feel gypped that you only got to sing the first few lines. You'll get the rest. Next time Deej is there, you will get the whole song. I will mute everybody but Deej. Deej says, Miss Lundell, I'm messing with him again. Well, Richie Poole says, Deej, a saucerer is someone who gets sauced before and during live stream. It had audio, music. It was a cartoon. It had music. It didn't have speech. Question of track says, what's up, everyone? Qapla. Question of track. How are you doing? I'm sorry I haven't been to a question of track lately, but there hasn't been a question of track lately. It's been a question of Doctor Who. And I'm sorry. I have no experience, no trivia knowledge of the Doctor Who universe. John DeMarco says, next, Kuroda will be inventing planes with clear floors so Bird can see the people on the ground he's crashing into. Actually, it would be really nice to have a clear floor on a plane. And if I see the ground getting closer, I know to get worried sooner, maybe in time to make a difference. Dear Bop, Winnie the Pooh is not owned by Disney. In fact, Pooh entered the public domain. Wow. Question of track with a €5.99 super chat. Says, how you doing, Bird? Qapla, question of track. I'm doing well. How are you? And as a reminder, question of track, currently question of Doctor Who, premieres on Sundays after Twilight Zone, usually about 4:30 p.m. Eastern time, Sundays. Guys, check it out. When they return to Trek questions, I'll certainly be back. I just, I don't know anything about Doctor Who. I'm not a Doctor Who phobe. I just don't know anything. Anyway, so Winnie the Pooh is not owned by Disney. It's public domain. The characters of A.A. Maline's 1926 classic Winnie the Pooh are free to use legally without repercussions. U.S. copyright law means the works of authors are available to use either 70 years after the author's death or 95 years after publication. In the case of Pooh, it's the latter. That does not mean that every character is free to use. Characters introduced in follow-up books, like House at the Pooh Corner, cannot be used until 2023, which means Tigger, the jumping tiger, will not appear in the film. However, not all the characters is in public domain. Aspects of Pooh's appearance, like his red shirt, remain trademarked by Disney, even if the character itself isn't. This is due to differences in American law between trademark and copyright. Copyright can never be reintroduced, but trademarks can be applied for and renewed. You know nothing, birds know, says question of track. Thank you. I don't come here to be insulted. Wait, do I? I don't know. I might. Dear Bop, 2024 will be the final year that Disney would have a near monopoly on their iconic character, Mickey Mouse. When the copyright protection expires in 2024, Mickey will enter the public domain. I just don't see that happening. Gary Katzer says, Oh my God. He says, shut your mouth. I love Minnie Mouse. Well, maybe you should marry Minnie Mouse. Oh, maybe he did. Maybe he married Minnie Mouse, and that's a sister wife. And he put up a picture of him with Minnie Mouse. 54.5 access, 54.5 access radio says hashtag Pooh Bear forever. Dear Bop, Mickey Mouse was originally named Mortimer. That was eventually changed, but Disney has brought a Mortimer into the fold in the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse show. Mortimer. It's not a name you see much of these days. Not a lot of new Mortimers. Dear Bop, Steamboat Willie was indeed the first talkie where Mickey spoke. Also, Walt Disney voiced Mickey originally. Really? Walt Disney was the original voice of Mickey Mouse. Okay. Dear Bob, before Mickey Mouse, Walt Disney had another character. Oswald the Lucky Rabbit was actually created by Disney before Steamboat Willie while working for Universal Pictures, but a falling out led to Disney leaving while Universal maintained the ownership of his creation. In 2007, Disney reacquired the rights to Oswald and a number of shorts that Walt himself worked on for the contract rights to Al Michaels. NBC Universal wanted Michaels to be their announcer for their football coverage. In 2012, a newly redesigned Buena Vista Street at Disney California Adventure, at Disney California Adventure included Oswald's filling station and Oswald merchandise stand themed as a 1920s gas station. The shop exclusively only sells just Oswald the Lucky Rabbit merchandise as Oswald ears hats, similar to popular Mickey Mouse Club black mouse eared caps, as well as t-shirts, shirts, plush toys, pins, mugs, among other special Oswald items. In 2014, Oswald began making appearances near the shop. Somebody is a Disney enthusiast. Thank you. Dear Bop, why are you shilling for Disney? Celebrating the mouse's birthday, you are a shill. Salty Tracker. I don't think that's salty. Get him, Sassy, says Deej. All this Mickey talk is upsetting Sassy, says Deej. Dear Bop, Lauren Bobert. Oh, yeah, okay. I know of her now. Yeah, 4 kids? That's not bad. Is that the same picture? Yes. That's okay. We can put it up twice. Dear Bob, I don't mind pronouns in Twitter bios because it lets us know right away who to completely disregard and ignore. You know, that's pretty much true. That's pretty much true. And you know, if your pronoun is not obvious, then I kind of get it. Okay. If your pronoun's not obvious and you want to tell people like, hey, even though I look like a dude, I'm not a dude, I'm a she, or I look like a dude, but I prefer to be called they, then I get it. I get why you would have to put your pronouns up because there's no way anyone else would know. There's just no way to know. But if you are clearly a man, or if you are clearly a woman, and your pronoun agrees with that, you know, you're a he or a woman's a she, then for you to put your pronouns in, that's just stupid. That's just stupid. Okay, it's pandering. Dear Bop, who needs the quickie mart? I do. One of the best episodes of The Simpsons. The Simpsons actively ruining. I never thought there would be a day when I haven't seen a Simpsons episode in a year. I haven't watched a Simpsons episode in probably 2+ years. I never thought that day would come. I never thought it would come. I thought it would be like Star Trek, where once The Simpsons got canceled, I would still watch reruns. The Simpsons didn't get canceled. The Simpsons got woke. And now it would be like, what if Star Trek had slowly transitioned from good Trek into Star Trek Discovery, and nobody could quite pinpoint the exact season when you went from the awesomeness that was Deep Space Nine to the tragedy that is Michael Burnham. It's almost a good thing. In fact, it would have been a good thing if The Simpsons had been canceled. Even if it was canceled 5 seasons too early, 10 seasons too early. I was wrong. I was always something like, oh, just let it keep going. Why cancel a good thing? I was wrong. I was wrong now, and I know it. All good things, as the next generation said, all good things must come to an end. And then they should not be brought back. Not for a long, 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 long time. Like Futurama. Like Futurama. Dear Bop, hey Bird, could you do me a favor? Could you tag Dear Bop on this page so it comes up in Google? I'm too lazy to put the space sometimes. Could I tag Dear Bop on this page? I'm too lazy to put the space sometimes. Oh, you want me to? Okay, I see. I guess so. I guess I can add Dear Bop term to the Dear Bop page so that it comes up if you Google, you just type in Dear Bop. Yeah, I guess I can do that. Dear Bop, that was the theme from Mickey Mouse Clubhouse animated show. I don't know what the fucking animated show was. Yeah, the real Mickey Mouse Club wasn't animated. The one that Mamo Frey taught in. The old one.
And that's when Jello.
The Traveler, formerly known as Wesley Crusher's in the house. Says Bird of Prey, greetings, birds, turds, and nerds. Greetings, Traveler. The Random Menace is the Simpsons are not necessarily woke. Simpsons are not funny anymore. I watched a few new episodes and I quit. Question of tracks is Disney isn't even really Disney anymore. It's lost its mojo. I haven't seen a Disney cartoon in forever. I mean, I heard Frozen, was pretty good for people who had kids, especially little girls. But I never gave a shit about Frozen.
I have never seen the light.
Mama Pray never saw The Lion King, any version of it. LDG says yes, thank you. You're the one that's too lazy to enter the space for Dear Bop. Deed says there's the link to Dear Bop. Bookmark it. In fact, you can just do bertopray5.com/Dear Bop, no space, and it will take you to Dear Bop. Captain Fandom Nerds says Deej Odyssey, of course, you have it bookmarked. Lol. Murder Hornet returns. Qapla Bee's Nest. Qapla. Deed says, no, Captain Fandom Nerd. I have bertopray5.com bookmarked. Just clicked one more thing to make it easier for LDG to find. You know how he is. We do. We know how he is. Dear Bob, this is what you thought Fantasia was? Mickey Mouse Caravan, Donald Duck 3 for breakfast. Yes! Yes, this is it! This is it. I think. Yes, yes, yes. Wait, maybe. Yes, yes. Okay, definitely. This was it. Thank you so much. I'm going to, obviously I can't watch this on the stream. I don't know if I still remember it. 1.3 million views. Mickey Mouse Caravan, Donald Duck, 3 for breakfast, high quality. Mickey's Trailer. Oh, that's the name. Mickey's Trailer. Well, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, awesome. Now, if somebody can just find the cartoon with the clear floor. Dear Bop, if a guy identifies as a starship and wants people to call Enterprise or Defiant or some other ship name, would his pronouns have to be she and her? Anonymous RP. Well, as Dr. McCoy said in the TNG series premiere, well, she's got the right name. Always treat her like a lady, and she'll always bring you home. Yeah, yes. Starships are female. Okay, that starships are female. They have female pronouns. It's just science. You can't argue with Captain Kirk, with Dr. McCoy, with Captain Archer, with Captain Cisco. I don't know if Captain Picard ever referred to the Enterprise as a female, but all ships. I know. I know. Yeah. It's not new to the spaceships, but submarines, ocean liners, aircraft carriers, fishing boats, whales. There she blows. Even though, it was probably a male whale. George and Gracie was a. Speaking of incestuous relationships, George and Gracie wandered in as calves together, right? That's what Gillian said. And remember, she has a photographic memory. She sees words. They wandered into the bay together as calves. So George and Gracie were probably brother and sister. George and Gracie, probably brother and sister, unless they just happened to be two calves from two different sets of parents who happened to meet each other in the ocean as children and wander into San Francisco Bay together. So they were probably brother and sister. Their mother probably got fucking hit by a harpoon and they wandered into the bay. And then the fucking Sausalito Institute of Whales, or whatever the fuck it was called, put them in a tank together and made them have babies together. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why the aliens came. Maybe they weren't mad that the humpbacks were dead. Maybe they were mad that their source for free whale pornography, that the brother sister whale porn that they were getting on their planet dried up, and they wanted to make sure they sent a probe to find more brother sister whale porn, and they just got goddamn lucky. Okay, they got damn lucky that they happened to bring a brother sister mating couple of whales into the future, because that's exactly what the aliens were waiting for. Had they brought a wild couple where they weren't related, the whale probe would have still been destroying Earth, and everybody would be dead. Everybody would be dead. Fucking every fucking time. Every time. It's always it's so fucking sick. So sick. Deed says that 54.5 Access Radio says even Discovery. Arabic Saunders says The Sorcerer's Apprentice by French composer Paul Dukas is the piece with Wizard Mickey. Thank you, Arabic. Richie Pools is it's not they have incestuous relationships on the brain. They fucking come up all the time. Thanks for rooting Star Trek 4. John, you must have thought about it before now. Mike Richards is Bird of Prey's Fun Time Incest Stream. God damn it. Brother sister whale porn. WTF, says Vista Lundell. And Bird hasn't even mentioned Luke and Leia yet. At least they discuss it, okay? At least it comes up, okay? In Star Wars, yeah, they kiss, but then Leia's like, it's like kissing my brother or something. The point is, it comes up and you realize that they're, they realize they're never going to have that type of thing. Yeah, they kissed, but it was an accident. Okay? What, Mama Fred?
You actually brought up the subject.
I brought up a subject. Uh-oh. Oh, please, Mama Fred.
Okay.
Engall us with your tale.
Let me first say that there are a lot of children being born through IVF these days.
Yeah, it's a lot of IVF kids.
Okay, even couples, for whatever reason, wait, let me be more precise. Even a man and a woman couple, a married couple or unmarried couple that couldn't have children on their own and have used someone else's sperm. Now they've raised this child and never told them that biologically their father wasn't their father or in some way. And then the donor has fathered many children, and these children will meet in years to come and not know. Whereas I must say that Sisopray, there is a website that the mothers or fathers, in one case it's two fathers, have, yes, no, they list
I
the
know.
donor number.
I understand.
And yeah, so Nephew O'Prey actually knows there's at least 10 half siblings out there. There might be some that get away, but what happens in the future? And you don't know biologically this person is your half brother or sister. That could be a,
Well,
an issue.
I suspect that as DNA profiling becomes more popular, more,
Ah,
that,
good
that
point.
in 20 years, everybody will get their DNA checked, and you just, before you get married, you might want to run a DNA scan just to make sure you're not a relative already.
Right, or even just Ancestry.com would do it, I guess. Yeah, it's just something. I mean, years ago, you used to have to get a blood test in New York before you got married. Then they did away with that.
Mm-hmm.
But that was not for, that was for disease or something. I don't know. I think of these things.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess, there's somebody like Charlie, it's a bigger issue.
Or if you, years ago, were born and you had a father that fooled around, quote, in the same area, neighborhood, you could have had a half sibling and never know it. You could have dated them. I don't know. I guess it's not nothing really, but just more so, I think, in the years to come.
Thank you, Mama.
I know you didn't like that.
No, it just, no, none of it didn't like it. I mean,
Yeah,
it's a serious issue for, people who are born with donors,
Yeah.
I mean, and then there's the stories of the people where they were donors, but they're some lab tech along the way was replacing the donor sperm with their own.
Yeah, I guess that could happen too.
Deej says, "Stop blaming me for being the father." Cinnabon says, "You dirty son of a bitch. How dare you slander the great and mighty whale probe?" And John DeMarco says, "Nope, he can't say that he ever thought about George and Gracie like that before." Deed says, "Layer also said she'd rather kiss a Wookiee. She likes animals too." Lol. Miss Blondell's Groovy Movie says, "Luke and Leia's kiss wasn't an accident. She stuck her tongue down his throat to make Han jealous." Okay, true enough. Indeed, it's because I only do it the old-fashioned way. Oh, we've got some more Dear Bops. Let's go back. Hold on. Okay, what do we got here? Dear Bops. Dear Bob, Tigger is not a bouncing tiger. He's a Tigger. Tigg. Grr. And Gary Katzer says, I'm not a Mormon. I can't marry Minnie Mouse. She's already married, and so am I. Well, maybe you're Denobulan. Then you can have 3 other wives who can all have 5 other husbands or something weird like that. But see, I'm not saying you're Mormon, just that you're Denobulan. Okay, you know what? I'll be right back. Let me take care of something. I'll give you 2 guesses.
Hey, right now, Loblaws is having a huge frozen food sale. You can get tremendous value on over 50 frozen food items, frozen vegetables, frozen meat entrees, frozen concentrated juices, ice cream. If it's frozen, you can save plenty. Don't get left out on the cold. Come on in and stock up that freezer. Loblaws frozen food sale. Another reason why more than the price is right. Does he work here?
One of the nice things about McDonald's Chicken McNuggets, those hot, tasty pieces of boneless chicken, is that they're packaged in sizes for every appetite. Let me illustrate. Enter the 6-pack. A logical lunch. McNuggets 9, a delight for dinner. And a pack of 20, hey, perfect for picnics and parties. Of course, these are mere suggestions. Your appetite will be the true guide.
It's a good time for the great taste of McDonald's.
Has Wayne Newton split with his wife and hit the jackpot with his new romance? Inquiring minds want to know.
I want to know.
Can you lose weight by switching from celery to sweets? This week's National Enquirer tells you. How can you put office troublemakers in their place? What curse of death and disaster haunts the Super Bowl?
It's in the Enquirer.
What bizarre surprises popped up on Caroline's wacky honeymoon? Find out in the Enquirer. Over 100 features for people with inquiring minds.
Like me.
We know you. Let it rain, you say to her. We'll have a wonderful day. And you pour the Almaden. Almaden Chenin Blanc. Fragrant, fresh, delicate. It's one of your favorites. We know the wine you like because we've been making wine longer than any other California winery. We know you. We make your wine.
Your cat is your friend and he depends on you to take good care of him. Purina Cat Chow. Purina Cat Chow. You can depend on Purina Cat Chow.
Purina Cat Chow. Chow, chow, chow.
He depends on me for loving care, and I depend on Purina Cat Chow to give him great taste and nutrition.
Purina Cat Chow. You can depend on Purina Cat Chow.
Hello world, I'm back. No ravioli, I'm afraid. Thank you. I'm done with that. Too much salt. Okay. Sorry about that. We're back. We're back. Where were we? Richie Poole says, Deej, the old-fashioned way is so much more fun. Deej says, that's right. 54.5 Access Radio says, hashtag probe the whales. Richie Poole says, Jaloja. Deej says, master, no. Richie Poole says, is that Deej in the penguin suit? It might have been. Miss Lundell says, wonder if this commercial made Takai jealous. Richie Poole says, is that Deej in a chicken suit? Gorilla's Random Thoughts has never thought of it. Not going to say what I'm thinking. Deej says, I don't have either of the suits, but if you want to send me one, hit me up and I'll give you an address. Deej says, hey, Sassy, Bird likes cats better. He just had a cat. I don't like cats better. And Richie Poole says, that reminds me, I'm out of cat food. It reminds me of Ralph Wiggum. He says, my cat's breath smells like cat food. LDG, free the net, says, Deej, you dick. Why did you run out on Porky's last night? And Deej says his internet went out. I didn't know about that. Anyway, let's see. What do we got? What do we got? Okay. So no, this isn't even worth. This is not worth. I was sorry. I was debating whether we were going to discuss this, but it's not worth it. It's not worth it. What we know. What do we know? There's nothing. There's nothing. It's bullshit. Okay. Well, what time is it? 5:49. I guess that's gonna be it for today. It's Friday, guys. I know there's a lot of streams out there, so plenty of places to be, hang out. I will see a lot of you guys around. If you've got nowhere else to go, or you just want to hang out somewhere where everybody knows your name, check out LDG at freethenet.org/underground. That's where I tend to hang out these days when I'm not streaming. Saturday, like I said, Sisso Prey and Nephew Prey might be coming over. So I'm not sure if or what I might or may not be streaming. I know Mr. Londell is doing Cinema Saturdays. So check out Mr. Londell's channel. And then Sunday, the Twilight Zone is back, 2:30 p.m. Eastern. And then Monday we'll be back for another Bed Life. And this week coming up, so next week coming up is Thanksgiving week. My normal 4 p.m. streams will be closer to 5 p.m. For both Bed Life on Monday and Enterprise Wednesdays. They will be closer to 5 p.m., maybe 5:15 p.m., somewhere between 5 and 5:15 p.m., because physical therapy had to be moved to 4 p.m. on Monday and Wednesday. So, yeah, just a heads up for next week. Thank you all for hanging out. Qapla, and we'll all be plotting the overthrow of Turtistan in the underground, says Mr. Londell. Absolutely. Richie Pools' Bird of Prey have Sisso Prey swing by Arizona on her way back from California. You know what, Richie? She's flying Alaska Air, I believe. So from Newark. So I don't know where that plane may or may not stop, but if they do have a stopover in Phoenix, you might wanna see if you can get on board. The Traveler, formerly known as Wesley Crusher, says, did Oprey is in California? Did Sisso Prey? No, Sisso Prey is headed to California next week. The Travelers, as Bird tells Sisso Prey to swing by my place. I don't think she's in LA.
No, north.
She'll be north of you. Well north. Well north. Not a Southern California trip, unfortunately. I hope they don't have a stop in Anchorage, says Richie. You know, Sizzle Bray wouldn't mind it. She's been to Alaska. She really wouldn't mind it. Now, Nephew O'Prey, probably not ready for a winter stopover in Alaska, but Sis O'Prey wouldn't mind. Anyway, so thank you all, guys. Qapla all bird out. Oh, I guess I should play something. We'll go out with a bang. Very educational. The passion involved is off the scale. Captain Kirk finds this extremely fascinating.